Alright, I'm sure a bunch of you are familiar with this particular game. And I don't really want to spend a lot of time going over the differences between this one and SimCity 2000. Especially until I've kind of figured out a better recording system than the one I'm particularly using for it. But what I really wanted to cover was the chill part of it. And the chill part of it was let's go to this soundtrack. It is the soundtrack. Overall, it's probably got the best soundtrack of the SimCities. I don't remember 4's too much. In fact, I don't even remember if I played 4 at all. So, out of the ones I've played, this is definitely the best soundtrack. I will go over a few quick differences, though, and you'll notice what I'm pretty quickly. There is a medium density to all your commercial, residential, and industrial zone types. There is also a landfill zone type now, which once you get a larger city, you have to start dealing with your own trash export, imports, and all that sort of thing. And you can choose to have them pay another neighboring city to take care of your trash for you, or you can deal with trash yourself and build a zone to specifically handle the landfill of trash. Later on, it becomes a stash for the trash, and then you can develop essentially power stations and recycling systems that will take care of that landfill for you. Other than that, the water system is still in place. Garbage disposal system, I believe that's I believe there's like a water maybe that's water treatment. I don't know if it's considered a water structure or a garbage disposal system in this one. I haven't played it recently enough. Everything else is still pretty much the same. Landmarks. You can actually put physical known buildings in place. Bank of America. That's not a place I'd want to be. But you can place a lot of these actual landmark buildings in your city if you really wanted to. World Trade Center buildings are still here. But, I mean, there's a lot of different buildings from all over. Some German buildings. Oh, I don't really want to put any of them in place because it doesn't cost you anything to put them in there, but at the same time, it doesn't really do anything for you. The only thing it really does for you is gives you a landmark that you can go, oh hey, you've got this landmark. So it's kind of more of a personal touch type thing. Hey, maybe you're playing this from Detroit or Texas. You know, it's just something you can toss in there and go, hey, here's this thing. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm wanting to go through the rest of them. Bank of China. Bank of China Tower is pretty cool. And then there's some rock. Tokyo Tower. Dr. Sun. Anyway, hey, there's some interesting Japanese and Korean castle type buildings. Ooh. I'll toss that in here because I'm not really gonna save it. Let's see what that looks like. Looks pretty funky. That was very, very big. Anyway, as far as other differences go, there's not a ton. Let me finish this piping system real quick. There is a petition system, and essentially what happens is people will come to you about city ordinances. They'll kind of try to push for city ordinances as far as, you know, what they want to do, what they want to get done. You also have some events come up, like parades. Let's go back to the easy easy way to go back on top is just hit some of these other zones. You'll have like parades and, you know, Halloween, haunted house ordinance and whatnot. But essentially, it just kind of it gives you like little trade-offs. It'll be like, you know, here's a small boost to, you know, desirability and likability of the city, and you might get like a small crime boost for the night or whatever. Or, you know, it's you know, kind of just little trade-offs here and there that kind of keep the game moving a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna demolish this because it's annoying. But like I said, I'm not gonna really save it after this. Let's see. Anything else going on here? No, I think I'm just gonna let the music kind of take control of things for the time being. Oh, there's that parade. And you can see, you can kind of say, hey, sure, no. You can ask this guy, and he'll tell you, oh, hey, that's probably a good idea. Aura, I believe, is what the what they call the like positive and negative, you know, feeling of the overall city. Oh, what did it say? Oh, where is it at? Meet. There we go. City needs more schools. Yeah, it's because I haven't put one in yet. This particular playthrough. Yes. Sure. And yes, the city does need a school. So we're going to put one of those in. Alright, so maybe I will save it. Should be good at this point to kind of just let things flow on. Nothing's really in demand right now, as you can see, so growth is kind of stagnant. Again, I just really enjoy the soundtrack for this particular game. I mean, it is kind of a little like off the wall sometimes. It's very ambient. Reminds me a lot of the Future Sound of London, like Lifeform soundtrack, some of the Apex Twin ambient tracks. It's definitely along those lines, and that's the kind of stuff I was like listening to in high school. So it was like, oh hey, I dig the soundtrack. And again, there's some jazzy parts here and there, and you can actually pick the songs you want out of here. Let's go with Magic City. I think this was like one of the most common themes that I heard back when I first played this game. Some of the other interesting things is you can actually click on the query down here, and you can actually it'll actually tell you why the buildings are abandoned now, and most of the time it's, you know, lack of demand, so the buildings just kind of go to waste until demand picks back up again. The only really differences that the ultimate version gives you is lets you choose landscapes here. You can choose at the beginning when you start the city. You can change the building types from, I believe this is kind of more of an Asian theme. This is more of probably a European theme, and this is probably more of a, you know, a US American theme. I kind of just went with the default Asian influence here, which is exactly why I put that Korean landmark in there. Yes, very much so. And hey, here's one of the little events that's gone on. Parade has started up. You can't see it quite yet. Yeah, there it is. This one lone horse started up. And you'll see some balloons and such forming up. The ticker actually pretty interesting too, just sure. It gives you little tidbits. Kind of the same thing as the news stories back in Simcity 2000. But it's like a constant running thing. You can kind of click on them. They don't do anything for you though. The red and green ones though will give you a little message. Maybe there's some sort of thing you can do with them. Residential inn down here. Hey, you're missing me up here. Parade. You got a parade going on all. While I'm at a fire equipment. I have one of those. Might as well have one of those. Oh, you know what? I might be needing the landfill zones at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and put one in right over here. No, let's not do that yet. Let's see if that is the problem. I don't remember if it's too early or not for... Oh, come on. Alright, parade. We've gone from being friendly to me and benefiting our city to driving me nuts in here. Looping track and constantly dragging my focus down there. Actually, I'm probably going to call it good here, because like I said, I just kind of wanted to be a basic little display of the game. And I was aiming more for the soundtrack, but this parade kind of rained on me, I guess. I wonder if I can override it. Guess I can. Fine then. Alright, well... I'm probably actually going to come back to this. I will have to keep the videos a little shorter just to appease the evil that is fraps and my computer setup. We'll see how well this goes, but I think it might work out fairly well. Yeah, I think maybe that was part of the problem. Looks like the landfills are starting to fill up a little bit. Alright. Yeah, looks like stuff's starting to clean up a little bit, which is a good thing. Alright. Yeah, a lot of stuff is getting cleaner. Good, good, good. Alright. So I will probably come back to this after we get done with the Simcity on the Super Nintendo version. Once we get through that, I'll come back and deal with this a little bit. So until then, folks, let's save the city and chill out with a little bit more Simcity. Have a good one.